Let's take a look at the stock of Figma and see if it's worth a buy. Let's jump into investing.com and see where it's at. Here we are on investing.com on Figma's page. Now, what does Figma do? And touch on it really quickly. Figma builds a collaborative dashboard for apps, websites, things like that companies can work together on. Large teams can work collaboratively from multiple areas together on an app or a website or things like that. Some of their biggest customers are customers you would know: Microsoft, Netflix, Square, Stripe, these kinds of companies, Amazon. So they have some big companies that they work with, that they serve as clients, and so we're not talking about a unknown company or something like that, but a pretty decent company that has some, not just one big customer or one big client, but some good sized clients. So let's take a look at the stock. It's currently sitting at $27.07. The most recent day, it saw a decline of 9.95. Being a software company, after Microsoft's earnings and software companies just taking a general hit, most software companies have taken a hit this week, this being the final week of January 2026. And so Adobe's taken a hit, Zeta Global, their companies I like, and Figma, software company, has taken a hit. It's not something necessarily specific to Figma, but just across the board, the software companies. Its 52-week range is 26.75 to 142.92. So you can see here at a price point of 27.07, after this near 10% decline, it is getting close to that 52-week low, which can provide a bit of a support at that 52-week low, because people look at it and think, well, it's reached that low. Now, much like a mattress, when sitting down on it, it sinks in. Sometimes stocks can sink below that 52-week low before the support kicks in, and it bounces back up. But we'll take a look at some more things. Its average is 23.34. This is its fair value, okay? So we're looking now at its fair value. Its average is 23.34. So it's actually got a downside, another potential downside based on its fair value of 13.8%. which goes against that 52-week low support there. Uncertainty around Figma is high. There's a lot of uncertainty around Figma, which makes me nervous when I see that the uncertainty is high. Personally, for my investing, my strategy, and being a long-term investor, it makes me nervous seeing the uncertainty at high. Its spread is between 18.92 and 28.80. Now, the downside of this, with this spread being this range, is based on that spread, we're close to the top end of that at 27.07. So we're close to the top end of that, even though we're at the bottom end of the 52-week range. We're close to the top end of the spread based on fair value. Let's take a look at what the analysts are saying. Now, only 9 analysts are covering this based on investing.com, giving it an average price target of 56. The analysts are saying this actually could double from here, basically, which would be 100% gain. So this is where I mentioned the uncertainty is high. This is where you've got all these mixed messages coming through, and it sometimes can be difficult to read through on a company like Figma. And you've got the analyst saying price target of 56. You've got it being close to the low of the 52-week range, and you've got it close to the high, the current price, close to the high of the spread based on fair value, with fair value giving it a potential downside of 18%. I'll just correct. It's 13.8%. Let's take a look at the signals now. Now the signals we're getting are all bull signals. Okay, it holds more cash than debt on the balance sheet. This is one thing that I really do like, is this company holds more cash than it does debt, which means it can cover its ongoing expenses. Analysts anticipate sales growth in this current year, so they're expecting sales growth to increase in this year. It's not something that we're projecting for 2028 or this is our 2030 projections. No, it's for this current year. Impressive gross profit margins, and the RSI suggests this stock is in oversold territory. So it's interesting. You're getting these mixed signals. Fair value is saying there's a potential downside of 13%, and then we're seeing that it's in oversold based on the RSI oversold territory. I'm going to give you my thoughts here in a moment, but let's take a look at the chart. The charts here. I just want to check. Yes, this doesn't go back 10 years because of the age of this company. It doesn't even go back, goes back to August of 2025, so not that long ago. Okay, it is down 77% since then. Let's take a look at what it's done in the past 3 months. Let's take a look at some recent charts. Okay, in the past 3 months, it is down 44%. In the past month,